Howdy folks, Wes here, your craft beer geek, back with another beer review. Tonight we have a beer from Rogue Brewing out of Newport, Oregon. Rogue Brewing is one of my favorite breweries, and I wanted to feature some more of their beers on my channel here and get the word out if there's anybody who still hasn't discovered Rogue beers. They create many different styles of beer, and I just really love them all. I recently went to a tasting that was all Rogue beers, and it was great. Just have a wide array of beers, and I think they do a wonderful job with all of them. So tonight's beer is one from Rogue that I haven't had before, actually. This is their Smoke Ale. It's a smoked beer. It does have German rock malts in it. The Bamberg smoked malts that are smoked over beechwood. I'm excited to give this a try. You know, I love the smoked beers, and interested to see what Rogue has done with this style. I'm sure it probably won't be as extreme as the Bamberg German beers, but I think it's going to be pretty good anyway. I have high hopes for it. So this comes in at 6% alcohol by volume, and it is 48 IBUs, and Rogue's typical 22-ounce bombers, and these sell for around $6 or $7 usually. So let's go ahead and get this in a glass and see what I think of it. Okay, so as I was pouring it, I noticed that it was quite thick. So that'll be interesting. This might have a little heavier of a body than the German route beers seem to have. So sort of a lightish, amberish orange color to it. Orange, almost like an orange soda color almost to it. A little bit cloudy. That might just be some haze. Not super cloudy. I do see quite a bit of bubbles in this. Didn't get too much of a head, and what was there is decreased rapidly. Let's get a smell on this. Okay, so the smell I'm getting is sort of a sweet, biscuity, malty, smoky flavor. It's actually it smells pretty smoky. You know, more than I was expecting. I've had some other American smoked ales before, and they weren't that smoky at all. And this one, I definitely get a lot of smoke in the aroma. So I'm excited to give this a try. Let's give this a taste and see what I think of it. Ooh. That's quite good. As I expected, this is not as extreme as like a Schlenkerla Rauch beer, but it's quite smoky. It's very good. I would say it's probably the smokiest American ale I've had before. There's definitely no hiding. This is a smoked beer. It's smoky, but it's not on that extreme level where it's, you know, sucking on a charcoal briquette or whatever. Mouthfeel is a little bit lighter than I expected it to be, but it is still, I would say it's a little bit heavier than the Schlenkerla. Only a little bit. It's not, like I said, it's not as heavy as I expected the mouthfeel would be on this. I do get a nice sweet malty backbone to this. it's kind of interesting that this is 48 IBUs. You know, it's kind of hard to distinguish the hops from the smokiness. It's not, you know, 48 IBUs is not extremely bitter, but it's getting up there, and but I'm not getting much hop aroma. So it's hard to distinguish whether the bitterness is coming from the smoke or the hops, and it's probably a mixture of both. But it does have a nice balance to it. You know, it's a little bit, like I said, a medium mouthfeel. It's a, you know, got a nice sweet malty flavor to it, but the hops and the smoke balance that out well. And I just finished work and came home and really wanted a beer, so this is really enjoyable to have this. This would pair great if you were cooking out anything, you know, anything on the grill. This would pair well with, maybe not fish, unless it was like you would need a fish with a really strong flavor to it, like a salmon or something like that. Something that has a really strong flavor. This would go well with, you know, burgers, chicken, maybe a steak, but more along the barbecue lines. You know, burgers and chicken. You know, anything else, any kind of smoked meats you want to make. Some pulled pork or whatever. But I'm quite impressed with this. You know, I was not expecting it to be real smoky, just because of my experience with American smoked ales in the past, that they've been a little bit on the wimpy side, just because the smoked beers can be such a strong dividing line. I mean, there's a small group of people that really love smoked beers, and everybody else seems to hate them. So, you know, it can be a very limited audience, and I'm impressed that they actually went this smoky with it. So, if you think you don't like smoked beers, and you're probably not going to like this, it is on the smoky side of things, and maybe if you want to try something that isn't quite as extreme as a Sun Carolo, this might be something you might want to try. You know, it's pretty smoky, but it's not extreme smoke. It's quite good though. So guys, I think I'm ready to give this beer a rating. You know, I enjoyed it quite a bit. Rogue Smoked Ale. I think I'm gonna go with a 9 out of 10 on this beer. This is really good up there. Really good smoked beer. Another great one from Rogue. Like I said, I love Rogue beers. I haven't found one yet that I really disliked. Some of them I like more than others, but I think they make some really great beers. They're really reasonably priced. They're readily available. Just good beers across the line, and I love what they're doing. And so the Smoke Ale gets a 9 out of 10 from me. Remember, I'm Wes, your craft beer geek. I don't drink bad beers. You shouldn't either. And we'll see you next time. Cheers.